Hello there Internet, Mogwai here, and I got another video for you guys today. Today we are going to start off by claiming our season rewards. Just figured I would start, recording at this point, and why not? Let's actually open 5 packs in the beginning of this video. As, I guess, yeah, we're placing Platinum Tier 4, as everybody else who reached Mythic rank last season, and the Ravnica season begins for us. So yeah, while I open some packs, which is mostly going to be plagued by gems, because I have a pretty much full collection when it comes to Ravnica Allegiance and Guilds of Ravnica. Like, I'm missing some cards from older sets, but I have a near full collection, so yeah, it is going to be gems. I mean, I guess we get to look at the commons and uncommons, but yeah, and we'll get to, hope it's some walker. So I thought, oh hey, this will be good for the video. Oh hey, I didn't have. I would assume that's my third Dovin. Fuck yeah, there we go. Easy peasy. Can I get something new again? Probably not. Oh well. Close to that rare wild card though. We have a total of how many? 4 only. So that'll be nice. Yeah, I'm gonna start off this video by saying that we tried, but ultimately we failed. I cry every time. I tried to make it to the top 8 of the Mythic ranked ladder to qualify for the Mythic Invitational, but I did not succeed in doing so. I can say, okay, so I definitely tried, but at the same time, I did not put in as many hours and as much time as other people, probably did, right? Because well, this was an objective of mine and something that I was attempting to do. I was only doing so during my stream hours, right? And I would stream, from Tuesday to Thursday and from Saturday to Sunday, approximately 6 hours. Sometimes I would extend to 8, some days even 9. Like I put in a lot of hours, but it was only exclusively towards streaming. And then when I would start streaming, I would, get back to my regular life and stuff and focus, on balancing my life out a little bit in that sense, I guess, right? So I tried, but it's true that I could have tried more. I could have put in more hours. I could have, figured out the deck earlier, and I could have had a stronger attempt at it. Not saying that this would have guaranteed me getting the top 8 by any means, because it's also important to be, honest with yourself. And I'm going to go on a little bit of a ramble here, I guess, before you go into the gameplay. But as usual, the link to the direct gameplay will be in the description down below in case you don't want to hear me talk and stuff. Because I'm gonna talk for a little bit, right? It's just, I guess it's one of those days. I want to talk about like my current view and my thoughts and what I think of the future in regards to me for competitive Magic the Gathering, right? And it's exciting stuff, honestly. Like, it's something that I've been thinking about for a bit. This was some Joe, my buddy Joe just told me, like, for like the last hour, just play some mono red with like 13 lands and try to get in the top 8. I tried, and I kind of failed miserably, but it was a fun attempt, I guess. So yeah, I'm happy with my performance. I'm happy with my win rate. I think I had a pretty good win rate, but I also think that I didn't have an excellent win rate, right? I peaked at number 89 in the ranked ladder these last few days, though my overall peak for like ever is number 50. I haven't gone below that or above that. But like I said, I'm happy with my win rate, but at the same time, I'm not. In order to make it to the top 8 of the Mythic ranked ladder, a good or a solid win rate is not enough, naturally. You need an excellent win rate. Obviously, if you do this while you're streaming, then you hurt your chances, because I can't focus the same way where I'm playing by myself, because even though sometimes I go silent and that, I always have in the back of my mind this, lingering thought that people are watching me and I need to interact with them. I need to, explain what I'm doing and my thought process. And when I start tilting, if I'm just playing by myself, it doesn't really affect me like nearly as much. Like, it's like triple the amount of tilt that I feel because I have an audience, which is, hard to like ignore, right? So I was talking about this with Gabriela, basically, my girlfriend, because the reality is I just wasn't good enough, right? But I also think I didn't put myself in the best position to, like, I could have made it a more serious approach at it. I could have just stopped streaming and focused on it. But that wasn't my intention, because my YouTube and my Twitch will always be my number one priority. It's my job. It's how I make a living, and a job that I'm incredibly grateful for. Like, I don't take any of this for granted, and I feel very, very lucky. Like, I get to wake up every day and just play Magic. Like, how crazy is that, right? Like, I can't ask of anything more. I do have a competitive drive within me. I always have. Maybe I'm going to talk a little bit about myself here, because this is all relevant to, I guess, what I want to say with this intro. I used to be a grappler when I was younger, around between the age of like 19 and 24. I was basically, my life was grappling. I had also 3 mixed martial arts fights, and I had over 40 competitive grappling fights, and I was a pretty successful competitor. I was at one point considered one of the youngest, not the youngest, sorry, one of the rising blue belts in my country, basically, is what I'm trying to say, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like, I was featured as the representative for like the South region of Spain, and I was invited to important tournaments. I competed in Paris. I traveled quite a bit, and I would compete pretty much every month, and it was a huge portion of my life. Like I said, nowadays, I'm 29, and I am nowhere near as fit as I used to be. I'm trying to get back into shape, but it's those days are long gone, I guess. But even though I could always try to get back into it a little bit, but right now my focus is this, right? But I've always been a gamer, but that was like my main focus, right? And I was very competitive, and I kind of share that same drive with like card games now, even though it's a very different realm. It's still competitive, right? And I learned a lot during those years, and I also kind of missed that. And when I started, doing YouTube and stuff, I basically forgot that side of me, I guess, until because when I covered Duelist, my main focus was always just the YouTube and making videos. When I went to Gwent, I became a caster, so I had one small showing as a competitor, but then it was just all about casting the games. Then, I did compete for a little bit in Artifact, and we all know how that turned out. But now that I'm so invested into Magic, and I've started to really dwell into it, and I'm looking into the best players in the world, and how their thought process goes, like how they build their decks. And I try, and every day I feel like I learn something new. I realize I still have a long way to go. I also realize that Magic the Gathering is a card game, right? So the best player is not always going to win by any means. There's things such as Mana Flood, Mana Screw, and a lot of matches are going to end up being dictated by card draws and or matchup, right? But I also think that while all this is true, there's a huge depth to the game as well, and there's a reason why the best players in the world regularly perform well to certain degrees, right? No matter what you dwell into competitively, even if you take out all the randomness from whatever you do, even though RNG is a part of everything, even things that you wouldn't think of, because RNG is kind of life is kind of chaos. Even if considering these things, it's still like just how you're feeling that day, There's something that I learned when I competed for like 5 years in grappling. Like, I would have days in which I felt like a monster. I had days in which I made it to the finals of like a 32-man tournament, and I won a single elimination tournament, and I just would beat everybody, and I felt like a beast. And then a couple of months after, I went to another competition, and I got dumped on round 1, like it. And this happens everywhere, no matter what you do as a competitor. Like, it's all about, how you are, how you perform that day. And just because you have success in the past doesn't mean you can translate that over to the future. All success does is provide you experience, because that will never materialize into something that you can, use, right? Like, every time you go into it, it's like kind of like starting clean in a way. And this applies a lot to consistency, right? I don't think I'm at a consistent level in Magic yet, and I don't think I should be. I think I need to invest much more time, and I think I have a lot to learn, but it's exciting for me. There's, like I said, an event that's going to happen in Barcelona, which is in my home country, quite far away from where I live because I'm from the south of Spain, but I definitely want to attend that one. And I want to dwell into like actual competitive Magic, but I do know that I have a long way to go. Sometimes I may win versus a high level player. You know, like I beat one of the guys who plays top 8 in Mythic rank, like Honey. I 2-0'd him on one of my videos. That doesn't mean anything. That means that I was able to beat him that game, you know? But then there's a plethora of other games where I could have potentially won, but I just did not adapt as well to the matchup. And there's some games in which I'm like looking at a specific, you know, matchup and scenario, and I look back and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Why was I so invested into my Thief of Sanity in an aggro matchup, like against mono white or shit? Like what the hell? You know, it's I feel like I still got a long way to go to truly understand this game, and at a high level, basically. But the ride is fun for me, and I guess this rant is just about, you know, accepting, like, because a lot of people, you know, it's fair to criticize the way, like, the way to like qualify for the Mythic Invitational, right? Like you have to place in the top 8 of ranked Mythic. I know a lot of people have a problem with the way you have to qualify, and I'm not saying that a lot of the issues that they present are not well founded, but I also think it's important to look at yourself and be like, am I actually good enough to qualify? Like, what would enable? Why would I necessarily qualify over this guy who did make the top 8, right? Who had an excellent win rate? I don't know. It's important to, you know, look at yourself and be like, hey, I just got to get better. And I'm just excited about that. But I'm also excited about, you know, continuing to build this YouTube channel and the Twitch as well. And just providing you guys with entertaining content. That's also something you can learn from, and provide a good mix as well. You know, quality, competitive gameplay, but also, you know, jank, the dankness, the memes, all that. Like you know, what is a card game without creativity and without just, you know, playing dumb shit? Like, honestly, like, that's one of the biggest joys about it, right? So I want to find that good balance, and I'm just very excited for the future. And I just wanted to kind of like share these thoughts with you guys, which I was kind of like all over the place, honestly. Talked about my life as like but you know, I think it's important to talk about like why I have the competitive drive that I have, and that it's been a part of me for a long time, and where I'm going with that, right? Like I do want to compete in tabletop events. I do want to try to qualify for future events, and I do want to, you know, make this, I guess, a new chapter in my life. But at the same time, I don't want to sacrifice my career as a YouTuber and as an entertainer, I guess, as a streamer, because I love my job. And how many people can say that, right? Like, it's hard to find balance sometimes, but I think everybody deals with those sorts of problems, right? But I love what I do, and I just guess that's the main point that I'm trying to make here. You know, I didn't make it, but I'm very competitively driven in Magic. I'm dwelling into it. I'm learning a lot, and I'm also very excited for where the channel is headed. And hopefully I can keep giving you guys the content that you want to see. And that's all I really had to say. That was a long ramble. And I don't know if I really expressed myself the best. I guess I tried. But yeah, I'm very grateful. Thank you for all the supporting comments. And, you know, I'm excited for what's to come. So yeah, you can expect me to really dive into the competitive aspect of this game, but I'm not going to sacrifice, you know, originality, creativeness, and overall fun for it. So I'll try to provide you guys with a good mix. And thank you for watching my videos. Basically, I could have reduced all this like 15-minute talk to like just with that one phrase. Thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, I'm going to showcase off some of the games that I had yesterday, trying to make it to the top 8 with this Sultai mid-range list that I talked about yesterday as well. So if you want an explanation about this deck instead of just me rambling, then you can take a look at the video from yesterday. And that's all I got to say. Have a solid day, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a new video, a new deck, and perhaps some new dankness. I'll try. Love ya. I'll see you around. Right, so Phyrexia Mirrodin is our next opponent. Somebody who's also making the climb. He's ranked higher than us. And I like this hand. We have a turn 3 Thief of Sanity. Almost guaranteed, unless this dies. Am I on the play? I'm on the play, right? Do I go first or do I go second? I honestly did not look. I think we're on the draw. Okay, no, we are on the play. All right, nice. Well, we're gonna lead off with the Overgrown Tomb, and we're gonna try to get that Incubation Druid in there. Our first plays are pretty straightforward. I'm actually welcoming the mono blue matchups, honestly. Turn 1 line of our elves. See, that already puts us. We have several different options here. We can go for the Thought Erasure. We can go for the Incubation Druid. Or we could go for the Cast Down even. The question is, what is his next play likely to be? If he has an answer, if he has like a removal tool, then he's going to go for it. I think I still want to play the Incubation Druid, honestly. Before going for the Thought Erasure. If he has removal, it'll trade with the removal anyways, which is what Thought Erasure will do, but it requires him to spend his mana this turn. Double land of our elves is concerning, especially because he does have a third source of mana right there. I think before we go for Thief of Sanity, I think we need to go for the Thought Erasure. Yeah. Take out that Vivian. Slap one of these in the graveyard. Getting rid of Vivian there is very key. I'm gonna play a Thief of Sanity. I'm gonna preserve my cast down for the Hydroid Crassus. I could take the J-Light Ranger, but a Hydroid Crassus just seems much better. Though he could have a find for the J-Light Ranger, and if he does, yeah, I think I have to take the J-Light Ranger actually. I already have a Crassus in my hand, so it's not like something I initially need, and I'll be playing my land or elf. If I had one more mana, I could find Finality. I'm going to pass. I'm going to keep my Incubation Druid active here, because this also enables me to go for Cast Down. Alright. Ah, shit. Alright. dead. We got out Craxus. We missed our land drops, unfortunately. And we lost that first match. Now that we're going on to play, I do want a Disdainful Stroke instead of a J-Light Ranger. I also would like everything else I like about this matchup. Like, obviously I would want some Duresses and some Negates for the big plays. Especially now that, like I said, I'm going first. I'm on the play here. I got one Incubation Druid for this. The ramp is so important, though. I do want a couple of, I do want the Negates. The Negate and the Disdainful Stroke. And this is a dream scenario for us. Because we can play Thief of Sanity. Turn 2. And that's the kind of stuff that we need. I'm doing this before the thought erasure, but I'm really going hard on this. He has to have another cast down.
You can't stop nature. I didn't live through hell to lose to you. I've seen things that would break someone like you. That can't help you now. Scars are lessons written in skin. Come to me.
Probably has a finality. The reason why he's attacking here is because he has a finality. A find. Yeah, we're not gonna block.
I'm a survivor.
He has find finality, so we're not gonna enable that.
Sometimes restoration means retribution. Meet my newest friend. Balance comes. No one knows the wilds like I do. Not bad for a mouse.
I should have only attacked with one Land of our Elves. That was a mistake. That was a misplay.
Oh, so it's going to be like that, huh?
That was a misplay.
I've seen things that would break someone like you. Most wounds can heal. Come to me.
I'm drawing a little bit poorly here. I'm trying to draw into my cast downs, my Assassin's Trophy. I'll block with this. I'm just blocking with this because I don't want to feed his, if he has find, I don't want him to find 2 hostage takers. Man, I
Meet my newest friend.
thank God. It took me a while. He has all the answers, dude. He has all the fucking answers. Every single one of them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Let's go for 8. Let's go for 8. I can't draw my removal, dude. I miscalculated. I should have gone for 6, by the way, not 8. I don't know where my removal is, but I cannot find it. I cannot find my Assassin's Trophy, my Vrasa's Contempt. And because I can't deal with these hostage takers, also like my find finality, I can't find it either. I mean, if he doesn't find an answer here, we could kill him. He fucking always finds it, dude. He's all the removal. All the removal in the world. That's 4 cast downs. This guy has 4 fucking cast downs. Like, holy shit. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is 10 enough? Let's go for 8. I have no idea, no fucking idea why the auto tap will tap me out of fucking blue entirely. Every single one of the sources of mana that I got tapped out is blue. What in the flying fuck is this? What in the actual fuck, dude? Why? Why does it do that? Why is it programmed to do that? Holy shit, man. I'm running out of time, which is why I can't afford to tap the lands individually, but the system is actually like fucking retarded, dude. Like it literally tapped all of my sources of blue mana, every single one of them, and spared 5 of these. Like what? Why would it ever do that? Why would you tap the fucking incubation druid? Oh my god, dude. No. Oh, no. Oh my god.
Let's tear this place. The wilds are my shield.
I can't even, man. You know what the problem is? He's gonna Memorial to Fall. Oh my god, dude. I needed to attack with this as well. Oh my lord. I can't. I'm so tilted. I am so fucking tilted. I am so tilted right now. I have to auto tap everything, but I'm running low on time. This is like, I just do not get why it prioritizes this. Why does it tap my creature? Yeah, he just hostage stakers my own hostage staker, and he just. This is the game we play. The question is, should I block this? I need to try to get the ultimate off, so I am gonna block that. Maybe if I can top deck. Oh no, he's gonna top deck another one. Well, at least we got the cast down now. Jesus Christ.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
These are all fantastic draws. I gotta watch out that it doesn't fucking auto tap my incubation druid for whatever weird reason. You're literally down to 1 here. We get a free block here. Okay, so this is 6, 9. Is there any way that we can buff our unit here? Do we have any way to buff this? No, we do not, right? So I'm better off having Vivian live. So how do we accomplish that? We block you. We block you. This takes 6, 8. If we block this instead, we take a total of 7. Like it would require for our Thief of Sanity to so we may as well block honestly one of these, just get a free block in here.
Not again.
I try to kill him with the Thief of Sanity. Unless he top decks something crazy here. Dude, fuck the auto tap. Seriously, fuck the auto tap. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, it got me so pissed. Like, every single time it would fuck me over. Like, it tapped all my blue mana. Literally, I had like 8 sources of blue mana and it taps it all. It leaves me with 6. Fucking 6 Golgari sources. Like, what kind of program does that? Like, what the fuck? Seriously, what the actual fuck? I'm gonna take out the Frilled Mystic. I think I definitely want some dresses. Because he's got so much damn removal. Thief of Sanity is less impactful now. I'd rather have another Assassin's Trophy, to be honest. I can even drop... I mean, Thief of Sanity is very powerful in this matchup, but I'd rather have, like, another negate, I think. Maybe 2 negates is enough. I think I'm going with this. I know it looks at my current hand, I know, but the fact that it also prioritizes tapping the Incubation Druid makes no damn sense. I'll keep this. It's a bit of a slower hand, but at least I got everything going on for me. Like, I have all Sultai colors available to me, and I can curve out properly. Like, I have 2 sources of each color. It's a slow hand, but my opponent isn't really playing Thief of Sanities himself. So, we got that going on for us. I don't see any reason to enable Assassin's Trophy here. I don't want to play Assassin's Trophy this early on and enable my opponent to ramp. This is more of a late game card, but it's more of a hostage taker counter, basically. The downside of this is if he plays Vivian, then I can Roskas immediately. But I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to play a Land or Elf. Better late than never. And this will enable me to potentially play a bigger Hydroid Crassus.
I've lost so much already. I won't lose more. Balance.
See what he gets. A Carnage Tyrant. Well, we don't have a legitimate answer for that. Except playing a big Hydroid Crassus.
I always survive.
Or this. Well, shit. There's so much I want to take here. Because if I discard Carnage Tyrant, he can just return it with Fine to his hand. But if I discard Find, like, the threat of Vivian is just too big. Like, dealing with the fact that I've already dealt with 2 Vivians is a big deal. I just have to beat a Carnage Tyrant and a Hostage Taker now, and that seems easier for me. And I'm just thinking here, do I go for the Hydroid Cresses? I'm gonna call my turn. Problem is, we're having a big Carnage Tyrant go down on us here. Problem is, he's got that. He's got too much of a powerful hand here. Maybe I should have. Let's see, 6, 7. 7 mana available. This is the only play that makes sense. Is he gonna find Finality now? Probably is, right? So we may as well block all the damage we can. If I didn't block that one of those Land of our Elves, he would have found Finality there. And he would have, man, Eldest Reborn would be insane here. I needed a land, man.
Crew, attack at will.
Couldn't do anything at that point. Oh! Of course it works like that. Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The belligerent needs her crew.
Oh. Oh my god. Yu-Gi-Oh!